So, the recent trial of Carmelo Anthony is another example of the moral absence of African Americans. Every time, without exception, whenever there's a black person killed by someone of another race, the default reaction is that the killer is in the wrong. And almost that is never the case. These stories go one way: black person is the aggressor, the other retaliates, or a black person kills another person of another race, and he is deemed the real victim in the situation. Then the videos come out, witness testimonies, and conflicting information from the common narrative, i.e., they're just killing blacks for no reason, proving them wrong. Blacks, with this generational chip on their shoulder, take to social media, take to the streets, and shout platitudes about racial injustice. The media cycle spins ever so rapidly, stirring the passions of the populace, feeding their indignation. This has happened so many times now, it's almost a foregone conclusion that the black man is guilty whenever a situation like this arises. Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Carmelo most recently. You can argue that some incidents have layers of nuance to them, such as the case in Columbia, South Carolina. But the black man pigeonholes these issues into blacks versus everyone else. The black one is always in the right no matter what evidence is revealed. And it antagonizes all, disappointing some, completely changing the views of others, and confirming the biases of more. There is a lie so ingrained in us, it is imprinted on the spirit of all black men in America. The lie that the black man is in any way disadvantaged in the US. Someone else out there is holding us back. Someone else is out to sabotage us. We've had a tumultuous, complex past in this country. People marched and died on our behalves for our liberation, to be seen as equals in the eyes of whites. And then we got that equality, that liberation. And what have we done with it? We thrived. We became more present in culture, became so influential among those who look up to us. So what do we do with that influence? We spun a narrative claiming that we are still disadvantaged somehow. Any disparity between the races are all because of racism, nothing else. This coming from millionaires, people from highly acclaimed fields of work, filling a little black child's heads with despondency, a belief that no matter what I do, I'll be seen as less than. So why try? Why try to gain the respect of others in a noble way, through work, humility, to try and sympathize and understand others? The white man would just take his unclean, wretched hands and shackle me. He is an enemy that must be defeated at all cost. There is no wrong in anything I do. A white person was killed by a black man, it had to have been his fault. They're the ones holding us down. That thought process always baffled me. For such a proud group of people, a people so proud of their accomplishments, we still treat whites as demonic spiritual beings that rules over us. Something that we have to appeal to every time we do something. And you think that feeling of pretending to be oppressed will be bad for us. No, it's a catharsis. That's our noose, our inner being. That presence in us that drives us to act in destructive ways against them and each other. We fight so hard to keep that feeling of victimization that we spin any story that may seem to work against us into something that feeds that parasite of our own self-indulging victimhood. Everyone loves the underdog. Everyone loves being the underdog. It feels great to want to go so hard to prove them wrong. But in most times we are. America is such a bad place to us, so uniquely cruel to us, that we will stay in this place reaping the benefits of it. Which leads me to believe that if somehow blacks ran America, we couldn't do it due to our own priorities, as in what we can get out of it, welfare, social benefits, and whatnot. Well, to get back on track, this lie is a harmful lie. It kills the spirit of the black man, replacing it with a counterfeit, soiled one, that of inferiority. They lament about white supremacy, but at the same time affirming that supremacy by appealing all of our actions to whites. Every insult and false grievance thrown at whites is a compliment. Blacks put themselves in this subordinate role due to their warped grasp of reality and cry foul when we aren't seen as equals. And now people across the country are becoming more emboldened on their views of black people, and we do nothing to change those views. We complain about others treating us as derivative while acting in derivative ways. Crime statistics prove this, but we almost uniquely never look at these issues with honesty. That is the main reason why there will be no change within us. Accountability. We will silence those who bring up these issues or engage in tu quoque, bringing up others' problems, at times dishonestly, frustrating the conversation, rendering discussion pointless. And here we are wondering why there is a term describing people's weariness of us. This past decade of racial tension has led me to one question: what was even the point of integration? We wanted to be seen as the same as whites, yet we refuse to see to their customs. This is an Anglo Saxon country. We were brought here on ships to toil on plantations. As horrible and as unfair as that sounds, that's what happened. Blacks did not build America. Working in fields doesn't build a country. Ideas, a mission, and shared values do. We were just here to help, and unwilling help. To those building the nation. Then we were free. Now that we are free, it seems we only want all of the benefits of living in a white nation with no sacrifice on our part. Not even a small compromise. We still have black owned, black culture, a way to behave as if it were an institution. We may not be physically segregated, but in spirit. Which makes the real thing seem ideal. Just why not separate again? All these issues between us, whites are evil anyway. And really, I want us to be unified. Not in some globalist neoliberal way, but ecumenically. But we just can't do that. And it's proven constantly. Our culture, so to speak, is destructive. No one wants to be part of a culture of distrust, violence, promiscuity, pride, and status signaling. Yet that is what is promoted on TV, movies, and social media. We embrace it. We make it ours. There's no wonder why others look at us with caution or even disgust. A healthy culture rejects these sins. Throughout my life, I hear these themes played out in our music and in conversation. This is no way for someone to live, yet we can't let it go. It's what makes us who we are, seemingly in the eyes of others and to each other. Reject this view. We are more than some faulty identity. Man is a being above passion. Being black is just what we are. We had no say in it. We are not a set of arbitrary traits that leads to a listless and fragile sense of self. We are something higher than what we consume. It is inside of us scratching at us to change. Go to it. If we don't, they'll stay fatigued.